how to navigate this online hormone course. The way that I've set the course out is so that you can go through each hormone and understand the role of every hormone. So we start off with, for example, this is estrogen, this is what it does, the role of estrogen, and then we have how to support your estrogen levels with food, supplements, detox, etc. Then you'll move on to another hormone, it will go through the same thing, and then the next hormone, the next hormone, the next hormone. So ideally, you want to go through each chapter one at a time. Now, there may be situations of the course where you feel like, I don't want to learn this. So for example, there's endometriosis, there's PMDD, there's also fibromyalgia, osteoporosis. There are certain sections of the course that you might not want to learn about, which I understand if you don't have things like endometriosis. So if you do want to skip those sections, of course, but for your hormones, do not skip a section because every hormone works together. If one of your hormones is out of balance, all of your hormones are out of balance. So your hormones need to sing in harmony like a concert. So if your hormones don't sing in harmony, what happens is we develop symptoms. We get symptoms in the form of many, many, many things because one hormone has gone out of balance. So we can't single out one hormone and say that that hormone is causing the problem when it could be one of your other hormones. So we need to understand the role of each hormone and we need to eat for each hormone. And we might need to do detox for that hormone and we might need to do stress management for that hormone or any other thing that I've mentioned throughout the course. So then we have our liver detox, we have our gut microbiome and colonic health. We also have our adrenals and our kidneys and how important they are in making our hormones and also detoxifying hormones that should have been removed from our body. We also have our lymphatic system because our lymphatic system also holds on to hormones such as estrogen, and that's where we get conditions like estrogen dominance. So we need to learn how to detoxify the lymphatic system. I also have given you the detoxification chapter of where we need to be learning how to take binders to remove toxins such as heavy metals out of our body. Because if we don't remove the toxins, they too can also create estrogen dominance. Then we have xenoestrogens, feeding estrogen dominance coming in from our environment. Also, heavy metals can cause it. Pollution. Anything can cause xenoestrogens, including the chemicals that we apply to our skin. If you're not using natural-based skincare, you are going to create that toxic overload and spill in your body, which can then create cancer. So I want you to go through the course one part at a time and just digest each part of the course because there's a lot. I have given you a lot of information. And some of the information will not go into your brain straight away because, they say repetition is the key to learning. We can read something and then we forget it. So I've given you the PDF handouts as well so that you can print them off. You can read them that way if that's how you learn. And then I've given you the video content as well for some of the chapters so that you are also getting visual from me, or whether it's through a presentation so that you're also getting the visual to learn and remember the information as well. So there is a lot to learn. We also have PMS, premenopause, menopause, cancer, and at the end of the course, I have given you a list in different sections of chapters of certain foods and supplements that really help to support your hormones. So for example, we have Shatavari, which is Ayurvedic, and I recommend it for women to balance their hormones. And there are things such as Pearl. There are supplements that you may never have heard of before. And I've given you the PDF handouts again for you to print out, read them if you're not a printer out or if you don't like doing that, just read them as an ebook, however works for you. I've given you all the content there for you to balance your hormones naturally. We also have things like infrared and grounding and also dry skin brushing and things like that as well to balance the hormones, learning about your DNA, your telomeres, and also your stem cells and how we can repair our DNA, because when our DNA gets damaged, we also create ill health, autoimmune diseases, cancers, and yes, we can also get hormone problems such as infertility because our DNA is damaged. So you will learn about infertility as well if you have problems conceiving, the role of hormones in that, and also why we need to detoxify our body if we are not able to conceive because there's too many toxins in our body binding onto those receptors where there should be a hormone, but there is no hormone there because one of those heavy metals, such as, for example, mercury or aluminium or lead or some other kind of heavy metal, has landed on your receptor, which should be a hormone receptor, and it's also stealing your nutrients. So when we have too many heavy metals in our body, they steal our nutrients. And then we have things such as parasites. So if you have my book, Beauty in the Gut as well, I say parasites, we all have them if we have a pulse. So we should be doing a parasite cleanse, ideally once a year, or incorporate things into your diet, such as cayenne pepper, which helps to destroy parasites, as well as things like pumpkin seeds. And the rest are in my book, Beauty and the Gut. But try and live a life where we are constantly detoxifying our body and putting in the foods that are going to feed your hormones. The reason why we get hormone problems is because we're not feeding our body correctly. So you've also got the reasons why sugar is bad, the reason why dairy is bad, the reason why gluten is bad, the reason why we are getting all these hormone problems, vegetable oils, alcohol, all these processed foods, these chemicals, these carcinogens in the foods that we choose to eat today. And then, of course, we're drinking copious amounts of Coca-Cola or any other thing that is sugar, because sugar destroys your hormones. It steals magnesium. You've got also what minerals your body needs, what vitamins your body needs. I have given you everything in this course for you to navigate it. And you can always go back and return to the course if you forget anything as well, because we will not retain the information straight away. Please do not feel overwhelmed. I'm sure that some of you might. I've heard that with people reading my book. If you do feel overwhelmed, take a step back. Just digest the information that you need to learn. So if you have a condition of estrogen dominance, you need to know the reasons behind it. And it could be many, many reasons, because one hormone is out. Could be cortisol, could be thyroid, could be progesterone, could be insulin. Every hormone has to be looked at when we are dealing with our symptoms. I hope you enjoy this course, and please do reach out to me on Instagram and through my email as well if you need to ask me any questions, and I will get back to you. But enjoy.